At the beginning of the episode, Lumang sends an audio mocking who said that she will not add me again on WeChat. Now see you had to add me and says very happily that you have blocked me from live streaming. Isn't it unblock him too, because it is not at all right that you block Mrs. Han's son in such a way that after hearing that she hides all the posts that Mang had made. Seeing this, he tells her that if you wait for a minute you are also late for class, otherwise I will deduct your salary. Seeing this, Mang says angrily that you are a crazy boy, how are you acting like a child? After this, we see Haman, who goes to the same club with Xing. Where she had come with Jank, he takes her to a room where some people had already come for dinner. Among them, Director Lee is also there. Xing also comes and sits there, and everyone else. Neither his doctor was talking to Claude about what is his future plan, nor does he tell that he knows that AI diagnoses diseases at 80 and there are doctors for the remaining complications and the reason for all this. Their work will also become easier with this. Xing was sitting there listening and listening. On the other hand, we see Xiao having dinner in Lily's house where she had decorated the whole house with candles. Xiao says that you have this food outside. I know that you don't know how to cook, so I will cook for you. Lily is happy to hear this. While Mahi Shan was eating, a little of it gets on her hand, which seeing Han gives tissue to clean. Then, while talking to other people, he introduces Shan. He tells everyone about his qualifications here, and after hearing how much complacent he is, they also praise him. He says, well, I wanted him to do that. Xing should work for me, but he is very stupid, so he created his own company, so I had to invest in his company so that it doesn't go anywhere else, and he tells everyone else to help Xing. Now, hearing about his experience in making products, Dr. Libya asks him to come to him if he has any work. So Han now asks all the people to exchange contacts so that he can learn something from these experienced people, who after listening to him say yes or no. While serving wine to the dead body, Lily thanks him because she had asked Mr. Wu to get all the posts about him removed from the internet. Lily tells him that there is no need for all this. There was no, but Chase says that you are very strong, so you don't care about them, but I couldn't see everything else. Now Chase talks a bit and kisses her and goes from there. Sina comes back to Han, who's seeing all the people off. He looks at Shan, who was thinking something, where when he asked her, she said that time passed so quickly. When I came here, how did you throw me out from here? Han tells her that Zhang had not brought you here at that time to introduce you about the project, but she had brought you thinking of you as a pretty lady who can serve people in the party. That is why girls often go to such parties. This was the reason why Leo was after her at that time, hearing which Shink says that Jan had such intentions. Then Ayan says that yes, and in fact you have taken my kind as something else, on hearing which she says that no, I know you are a good person and wouldn't do this. Han then takes her to the car with him to drop her home. When Singh thanks him for introducing her to those people today, he tells Nu that these people will pay attention to you only when you have achieved a lot. After hearing that, they ask, why did you bring me here? Then he tells them that you were sitting there behind the director's leg the whole day today, so I want to introduce you to her. Wanting to get it done, he starts explaining to her here that how she, being the leader of the company, does so many small tasks, whereas even a salesperson of her company could have gone to meet her. Hearing this, Singh gets shocked and says that from now on I will focus on office admin work and technology. Then Han says that it is good, you are not that stupid, and soon she understands that to teach all this. Xing calls him by teacher and leaves, after which Han goes away as his assistant. Asks, have you done what I told you to do? The assistant says yes and says that Shan would like it very much. Saying this, he leaves. The next day we see Lu, who was sleeping on the couch. So his mom was shouting and practicing singing here. Hearing her voice, poor Lu wakes up in fear. He asks his mom to calm down, but she doesn't. And on the contrary, she starts telling him that you were playing games all night and you are sleeping during the day. If you want to sleep, then go to your room. Mang told that morning is the best time to practice singing. After which Mang also comes there and makes Misan practice, where she was very impressed by him and tells Mang that what a good girl she is, while her son is still sleeping because Mang had to go to her house to do live streaming. So she is going, but Mrs. Han says that you stay here and do live streaming. I have prepared some soup and you review it. After hearing this, Mang happily agrees, and she also gives him some nice clothes to wear. As soon as Mang leaves, she gets ready and starts live streaming. Then Lu comes there after taking a bath and without wearing a t-shirt, and comes and sits near her, seeing which everyone starts commenting that who is he? Maybe he is my boyfriend, and here it is as if both of them are one. When they see the other person face to face, they start shouting loudly. Now, after some time we see that because Lu had come in his live streaming without wearing a t-shirt, his account was blocked. Parlu here apologizes to him. He says, "You are my mom wearing a sweater, so I did not even notice that it is you." For now, he asks her to create a new account for live streaming and says, "I will give you lots of gifts in it. I will send," but she gets frustrated here and goes away. From here again, we see brother-in-law who brings gifts for everyone for Chinese New Year. When Shan opens his gift, there was a pink cushion inside it and Shan also gets it. He would have gifted a pillow, but he had brought very expensive cosmetic products in special packing for Lily, and along with that, he had got these pillows and cushions as gifts which he had given to Xing and Shay, who would say to Sango after seeing them, "Lily is very special for you," but he starts fighting with her to silence her, but seeing all this, Lily does not like it at all, and she puts the gift back without even looking at it. Han is seen when he is in his office and he asks Shan where she is, to which she tells that she is working overtime in the office. Then Han says that, "I will come there to meet you." We see that he had prepared some gifts for her. Now from here comes the man whose account was finally unbanned, but his account was banned all the time, so because of this she calculates how much money she has lost. She messages Lu and says, "I hate you," and tells him that she has lost so much money, but then she deletes this message and thinks that it will look like I am asking for compensation. Seeing this, poor Lu was worried that why did he delete the message. After this, we see Lily, who had brought fruits for everyone in the office. Then Shink also gives red packets to everyone here and asks them to go to their house to celebrate the new year, but they start refusing and say that we will not leave you alone. Then Shan says that my family lives very far away, so I will not go to them. I could, but your family lives nearby, so you go and celebrate with them for a day, and if I need any work, I will call you. Hearing this, she says bye to everyone and goes away. Lily now, as soon as she was going to her home, she meets Shay on the way, who had brought new gifts for her, and he gives it to her, and also tells her to take care of herself and goes away. After this, we see Shaw. While talking to her parents on a video call on the rooftop, we see why she can't come this time because Klein has asked to submit her work early, so her parents ask her to take rest along with her work. Shan says that she has sent gifts for them and they will be received soon. As soon as she disconnects the call, a stranger comes and gives her a painting. Sing asks what it is. He says, "Look at this line. It is exactly like your confused ideas." Hearing this, Sing says that she will definitely place it in a good spot to unwind herself so that she can work more efficiently. This relieves Han. He then asks her when she is going to her hometown. Sing says she has some work to finish first. With nothing else to say, Han gets up and walks away, almost falling down the stairs in a hurry. Xing tells him to be careful and laughs at his clumsiness. The next day, on New Year's Eve, Han goes to his grandpa's house to celebrate. Yvonne and his mom are already there. Grandpa's doing calligraphy, and Yvonne helps him by grinding ink. Jungdi arrives with gifts, mentioning her family is abroad, so she'll celebrate with them. Everyone is happy and welcomes her, but neither of them looks at her even once. Meanwhile, Lily reaches her house when she gets a call from her mom, asking her to come wearing decent clothes. Her mom starts lecturing her not to trust any rich boys. Lily retorts that if her mom has a problem, she won't come. Her mom yells, saying she doesn't want Lily to repeat her mistakes. Lily asks her mom to stop repeating herself, then disconnects the call and sadly looks at her house. She leaves a gift outside the door and leaves. Shan is still working in the office. She gets a call from her friends, and they wish each other. Shuj says she has come for dinner with a colleague and cuts the call to go to the bank for live streaming. Lily suggests having dinner at a nice place, and Sin returns to work. Shoji goes to have dinner with Yu Cheng, who gives her a gift from her parents and thanks her for helping her family during tough times. Shoji is happy to see her and goes to Shaw's club to pack dishes for dinner. They refuse, saying they don't take single orders, but Shaw gets her order packed without charging. Han is standing outside his house, looking at a photo of his parents and feeling sidetracked because he misses them. He gets a message from Shaw saying Shonga came to Kelly Club for dinner, so he couldn't charge her. At the same time, Zhang Di arrives, saying she knew he would be there and asks if he has something to say. Han gets a call from Shin's mom, asking if he knows where Shin is because they came to celebrate New Year with him. But he is not at home or the office and his phone is off. Han tells him to wait, and he will bring Xing. Zhang tells him to go if it's important, and she'll take care of things. She wishes him a happy new year, and Han leaves, wishing her the same. Meanwhile, the family gathers for dinner, but one member is on the phone the whole time, annoying his mother. They all sit at the dinner table, and Zhang urgently arrives. Had to go because of work, which was probably related to Xing Qing. This thing was asked by Zhang after asking her, so she told him that first she invested in the company, and now she is spending so much of her own time there. Yuan Qi's mom starts telling him that Nabi is new here, so he should guide him lest someone takes advantage of him. But Grandpa directly says that Han knows what he has to do, seeing which Yavan and his mom become silent. But Grandpa was also dismayed by Han's accent and starts having dinner quietly. From here, we now see Shink while his food was getting ready and his eyes fall on the same spot as soon as he opens his eyes. Just then Han comes there and asks her why she was not picking up the call. She checks her phone, which had a drained battery. Now she goes in the car with Han and talks to her parents, saying she is coming. Na now drops her at home, where Shing asks her parents why they didn't tell her that they were coming. Her dad says that her mom wanted to surprise her, and Na says they are going to have dinner with them now. They ask Han to join, but Shing says she also has to go to her family's dinner. So Dad asks Han if he has any plans, but he refuses, so they all go to dinner together. They go inside, where the parents were warming up in the kitchen, and sit on the couch with Han and Sin. They see the cat they both named Da Hung together. Sin is surprised and says that it has been so many years, but she still recognized it. From here, we again see Lily, who was sitting alone inside the cafe. She had ordered a sandwich, took a photo of it, and posted it on her blog. She also checks Shah's post, but there is no message from him. Meanwhile, brother-in-law was thinking about how to wish Lily, but then he sees her post and the place where her name was mentioned. He sends a delivery to that place. As soon as Lily receives the parcel, she thinks Shah has sent it for her. She was about to call him, but then she gets a call from him. He asks if she received the delivery, and she gets a little sad, thinking he sent it. But he tells her that this is authentic food from their place, and she should try it instead of sandwiches on New Year's Day. Lily thanks him and keeps calling him. Then she sits alone and enjoys the dish. Here Han was sitting with the cat, and Shing was also sitting with him. Mom, seeing both of them, says to Dad that she likes Han very much. If Shing and he get together, they will make a great couple. But Dad says that he is good, but he is the CEO of the company, so she should stop thinking about all this, and if they are fated, they will definitely meet. Mom says yes. Han then remembers college time, and Shan says that she left him and went away. If she had not kept him, he would have died. Look at him, he has become very plump after eating so much. He doesn't do anything except eat. Now, as both of them are petting the cat, their hands touch each other and they look at each other with great love, but Sing is laughing and holding his hand. Now they all have dinner together, where Shing gives the dishes made by her dad to Han to try. While Dad was about to talk about how last time he had dinner with Yajan, Mom stops him. Seeing that, Shan says that she is completely busy due to work and has forgotten everything about the past and has moved ahead. Hearing this, her parents also say that this is good and that she will soon find Mr. Right. Now they ask Han to have a drink together, but he tells them that he is allergic to alcohol. To keep him company, Shing has a drink with him while eating. Then Shing says that last time he prepared a dish for her. The one they had brought was very good. This one is not as good, maybe the chef must have gone on leave. But Han had prepared that dish earlier, so he tells her that if she wants a similar dish next time, he will get it cooked by that chef. To which Shing says yes. Mom and Dad were watching these two to see how caring they are, so after dinner, Mom took them both to watch the fireworks. She says that they will spend time at home and tells them to go and enjoy, to which both of them say yes. After this, we look at Lu, who was sitting alone watching their live streaming. She had prepared some things and was showing them to everyone. Then her mother takes the phone from her hand because she was busy on the phone the whole time, but then she sees that Lu was only watching the live stream of manga. Then Lu starts making excuses, saying, "Oh no, it is nothing like what you were thinking." She accidentally started watching the live streaming in front of her mother, but Manga sent her to get something to eat and watch the live streaming himself. It seems that Jia Mang was saying that today everyone is celebrating New Year with their family, hence very few viewers were watching her. Seeing this, Mang asked Han not to be sad and sent a lot of gifts for her on live streaming. Now, Mang thinks that he is doing Lu, so she thanks him. As soon as the live stream ends, she becomes very bored. Sina comes back to Shing, where he looks at his friends from the roadside. She buys sweet potatoes for Han and eats them, telling Han that she loved his food during her college days. Han asks her if she has found a new office, but she tells him that her rent is very high. So Han asks Seo to shift to Dan and tells her that there is an office vacant there. He will get it for her at a discount, hearing which she is very happy and thanks him. Then Han asks her to complete the product on time. Han asks her why she wishes for fireworks, and she says that they look like peas, right? Asking for a wish in front of the fireworks also fulfills the wish. Han says that all Xing's wishes should be fulfilled, and instead of calling him Mr. Han, he asks her to call him Naughty. Then Xing calls Han and makes a New Year wish, and both of them enjoy the moment together. When Lu comes back and looks at her phone, she remains interested and tells her mother that she has just sent a few gifts to Mang. Saying this, she goes away, leaving poor Lu sitting there. I start thinking that Mang might think that I like her. Then Mang also messages her saying, I know that all this happened by mistake and you must be regretting it, so I will deduct your money after seeing that. He says that she is asking him to take the money back. She will feel how strange he is. Seeing which, he says that she is misunderstanding him and tells her that there is no need to return the money. Next day, they will meet again. They see Xing and Lily standing in front of the Yang Yang building when Han comes there and asks why they haven't gone inside yet. She says that she is waiting for the other employees, but Lily tells her to go. She says and herself stops there to wait for the rest of the people. Now both of them go inside together where Xing tells him that because of the new office, she has received many resumes. Then Han says that all those people. On this, Xing says that freshers are also good, they come with their dreams. Then Han cuts her the expense for her cat Da Hung here so that she can keep it well, and also sends her photos all the time. Now, as soon as people go inside the lift, Shan's former colleague Vevi also comes there. She presses him and says that everyone in the office has come to know about it, that you are moving here, and calls him Legend. Sunak starts laughing and says, no, it is nothing like that. Sunak then goes to his office and makes a video call to his parents and shows them the new office, seeing which they are very happy. When they are happy, Lily also comes there where her mother hangs up the call asking both of them to help each other. Then Lily goes to her brother-in-law's place and asks him for a health checkup and says that from now on, don't bring such expensive gifts. Seeing which, he is very happy that hey, she takes care of my health, but she never thought anything like that about him. That's why she comes here with Xing Jia, who is there for him. When she wanted to join the people again, everyone welcomes her. Now, Shan explains her work to everyone, what they have to do at the moment, and then she herself goes to do her work, same as Shan's old self. Kali was talking about her, that she has started her own company, and now she is also going to do great things in her life. John hears all these things and she angrily leaves her office with a flower bouquet. She goes straight to the office and gives him a flower bouquet, where we see that she was putting up a painting given by Shan Han. She congratulates him by giving him a flower bouquet, and starts looking at the painting, which Lily also sees from the side cabinet. Zhang asks Xing to do a good job and searches for a suitable person for the painting and remains interested. They ask if it is real and Xing says that if she has given it to me then it must be real. It is told that this is a painting of a very big painter who had made his last painting only in the last 5 years, and this painting is very expensive, and if we sell it then we will never face a shortage of money. Hearing this, Xing is very happy. She goes and Lily says that this is not Han's painting, it is her love. After hearing this, Sin and worry tells her not to do all this and says that there is no relationship between Han and me. From here on we see Han who is talking to an employee in his office. He works under someone named Zhang and asks him if he gives you a promotion. But that person does not agree to it, so Han tells him Zhang did something wrong. He takes the file and shows it to him and asks him to help, for which he also blames him. You will not have any problem. And when you get promoted in his place, then remember that you will not make such a mistake. After this, we see Lily while she was drinking coffee. Xia calls her to him and shows her a bag, seeing which Lily says that she was also going to buy this bag, but she left the job at that time because it is a little expensive. That's why she couldn't buy it. Gio listens to everything and Shaik is also watching it, so he sends the photo of that bag to Gio, who now searches about that bag and messages a website and says that he has to get such a bag made. When they tell him its price, he becomes interested in it, thinking that it is very expensive. But after thinking something, he orders it. When he sees that Lily has also given him a checkup and cares for him, that's why he also orders that bag for her here. In the next scene, we see Lily, Chang, and Meng together at home, where they are having drinks and eating chicken, inaugurating their new office. The next day, now Jizhou and Lily take interviews of many people in which they meet different types of people. Then Shan's former colleague Vivi also comes to apply, which Lily says here, that she used to make a lot of mistakes in her earlier work, but here she should not make mistakes. On this, Viv says that we can keep her on a probationary period for 3 months. So Lily now agrees to keep her, so now she goes to the office. When she was packing her luggage, Chang comes there and tells her that it is not time to leave yet, but she gives him her resignation letter. After seeing which, he asks why she is doing this, so she tells him, "Since the time Shin left from here, the whole team is targeting me. That is why it would be better to go and work with Shin instead of working here." Then Chen says that it is a startup company and you are making a mistake in this place. But she says that Mr. Han has invested in this company also, and Mr. Han has invested in Xing's company too, so it will also become better in the future. But first you have offended Xing too much. Saying this, she leaves from here, and Zhang gets angry at her for saying such a thing and shouts at her. From here again, we see Nai, who introduces Dr. Zhang in the board meeting, and a new person whose name is Lu Ping, who used to help in Germany's Dangyan. He introduces him as the product director and also tells that Zhang, who was in sales, has resigned due to personal reasons, and in his place, a new director wants appointments. Now, as soon as he goes to the office after the meeting, Zhang is already sitting there and tells him that Ji Xing has started dating my employees as soon as he came here. But Han says, what has he done in this? The employees are free to go wherever they want. But John says that my project will get delayed like this, and if Dr. June comes, then maybe my problem will be solved. Han says yes. I remember I promised you that he will come to you soon for consultation. Then Yuvan comes there, seeing which Jan leaves both of them alone to talk. Yuvan angrily comes to Han, and looking at Yuvan, she says, "Do you know why I have come here?" Hearing this, Han coolly says that it is not so important to talk about some people who have created problems for the company. But Yuvan says everyone is aware of how hasty you are in changing all the directors and replacing them with people who support you, and you should not do all this in such a hurry. He replies that he is already very short of time because he has made some promise to the board member. Then she says, "Will Grandpa approve of the other people you are firing? Those people have been working inside the company for so long." When asked how much problem would there be in adjusting the company after his departure, Han says yes, it was because of these old people that the company was running. And as for Grandpa, I will take care of him because he is only concerned with the results. After hearing this, Yuvan angrily says that she will take care of it and starts leaving. Then Han also tells her that he is her dispatcher. She then gets a message from Shan that he is going to hold the first official meeting of his new office and asks if she is free to come at 4. To which Han says it depends. Then we see Shan, who is inside the meeting room with all the new employees. It was time to start the meeting, but she was looking towards the door because Han had not come yet. As she starts the meeting, Han arrives and all the girls start talking, saying he is so handsome. She is going to introduce Shingo to everyone, but he refuses and asks everyone to continue the meeting. Everyone gives their points on how they can grow the company. Jie Xing talks about working on their ideas and tells everyone that they will grow well together and have to work well in the same manner in the future too. After the meeting is over, Shan takes Han to her office where she asks him, "You must not have attended many meetings of the startup company." He says that he has attended the meetings of many startup companies. Hearing this, she gets surprised, and when she asks him for some advice, he tells her that she should not work with such property. She should tell the employees to remain down to earth and not depend on things like friendship. Xing explains this to him here, but he leaves, asking her to give a report later. In the next scene, we see Han meeting some Mr. Change. While meeting, we see that the barber, who was the CEO of the company, is saying thank you to Nai because Aya had invested in his company, due to which his company was able to reach here today. He asks him if he can trust Pin. Han says, "Yes, we can. I have found out everything about him." Then Luo comes there and Han introduces both of them because now they are together. Luo is very happy to see those who are working for medical. He says, "I had thought that we will cooperate with Mr. Chen, but it is a new company and we had to wait a little with them. But now that I am working with Hanai, all my tensions went away." Hearing this, Change says that Han has invested in Srichen, so he must have done it after seeing some capabilities. "Now you are cooperating with me and later we will work together in Shenzhen. We will do the same with Zhang," which makes him very happy. After this, we see Zhang Di, who was drinking alone inside a bar when Zhang comes there bringing a watch as a gift for her. He starts asking her whether Han has invested in her company. She says that he is your competitor in love, and while making her wear the watch, he says that your parents have gone abroad. "I didn't know about this, otherwise I wouldn't have celebrated without you." She tells Django that he should not worry about his company because Han is making a lot of changes in his company, so its effect will increase on him too. Zhang says, "That's why I ask you to join our company," but she starts refusing. He stops her and says that time is necessary for both business and love. The next day, we see that a 3D printing machine was installed inside Shan's office and all the people work hard day and night to make the product. Amidst all this, they face many problems, but they remain engaged in their work. After hard work, Xing goes to Han with the proposal of her experiment. While Han was reading it, she tells him that she can explain what is written in it. Then Han says, "You think that I do not understand?" Shan says, No, it's not like that, and she sits silently. Shan had written some things in the proposal in her own handwriting. Then Han starts asking her what is written, saying he doesn't understand. When she explains, Han teases her and says, "Okay, you did not write your investment proposal in your own handwriting, otherwise you would not have gotten any investment." Hearing this, she starts staring at him. Han then asks her about the raw material, and she says that they are taking the raw material from Kibu Company, but they have not sent it yet, and it will take some time. Han says, "You have a printer, but now you do not have the raw material. So how will the experiment be done?" Xing says that she will find some solution. Han asks if she wants his help in this. She happily asks if she can take his help. Then he shows his hand, and Han sees it. She feels that he is hyping her, but he says that if she gives the stock at 5, then he can help her. Hearing this, she says that there is no need for that, and she will handle it herself. After saying this, Han's smiling. As soon as Xing goes out, she meets Lu, who had come to Han for the investment of his bar. From here, we again see that the bag he had ordered for Lily had arrived. He was very happy to see the bag. Then a voice came from outside where Wave, looking at Lily, was saying how beautiful this bag was. Hearing this, Jisoo came out, and Lily tells her that this bag has been given to her by her boyfriend. It is the same bag which Jaejo had ordered for Lily. Wave says that it is very difficult to buy this bag, as it was out of stock and fake copies of this bag are being found in many places. He becomes interested in hearing this because the bag he had ordered probably also came from the fake side. Lily now starts working with her bag. This scene comes to Blue, who shows the proposal of his bar to Han and tells him how positive he is. Here, Han asks him the name of the bar, and he tells him tell mother. Han asks him what he wants to tell his mother. On this, Lu says that, "Hey, fashion man, this is the name of the bar, tell mother." Now here he starts telling him how his bar is just ordinary like others, and at the place where he is going to open his own bar, there are even more expensive hotels there than before, so who will come inside his bar? Hearing this, Han says, "No problem, I will just modify this proposal and bring it." He says this and goes away, after which we see the junk which is there. She is talking to some Mr. Ma, and she says thank you to him. Hearing this, he says that Miss Raha will not be angry if I delay in getting the material of such a sprinkler. On this, Jank says that something like this. Now to convince him, she also says that she will fix his meeting with her grandpa. Hearing this, he is very happy and says yes. On the other hand, Singh calls Mr. Ma, but he calls only her. Seeing that he doesn't pick it up, Lily says that she will handle all this. Then she meets Shez while having dinner with him and asks if your institute knows Mr. Ma, so tell me about him. Then she tells him that she loves wine very much. Also, Shijo asks her about Shink if he is in a new relationship. Then Lily says that she doesn't have time for all this, but yes, someone is bothering her. When Shijo asks about him, Lily doesn't tell him and starts talking about work. The next day, Lily goes to Mr. Ma with wine. But even with all this, she is not able to talk to him, so she sits in the car with Xiao and tells all these things to Sing angrily. She was telling that Mr. Ma is very stubborn and she wasted it by giving him wine unnecessarily. Now as soon as she hangs up the phone, Xiao asks her what is the matter and she tells him that she is working in Xinqing, but there is a problem with raw material. After this, we see a person who was trying to write his proposal while sitting in a cafe, but he was not able to write. Then there comes Mang doing her live streaming. She tells that here she comes with her best friends. Now when she sits at one place, people also come and sit in front of her. They join her live stream and send her gifts, etc. She starts asking some questions outside where when she requests and says in the live stream that she will visit the bar next time. Then she asks people for help as to where she should go and also asks them which type of bar she likes so that Lu can make changes in her proposal according to the comments. But when Lu was disturbing her too much, she gets up and leaves from here, seeing which Lu starts smiling, and now he is in the name of the bar is Sweet and Sour Love House. Lily gets a message from Mr. Ma that he will send her the raw material in a month. Hearing this, she becomes very happy and says thank you to him. Then she gets a call from Shuk, so she sends him to him. She says that he has called at the right time because his problem has been solved, but he reacts normally, so she asks whether he did it or not. To which he says that a friend of mine knew Mr. Ma. That is why I called him. When asked just to help, Lily tells him that I had refused you. I don't want any help from you in the work. I will handle everything. With this episode ends here. So guys, this was it. Today's video, and I hope you guys like this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you again in the next episode of this drama. Till then, goodbye.